Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time to hunt shiny Latios in Legends ZA. Very excited about this hunt because that means I get shiny Mega Latios. And that just sounds amazing, doesn't it? I think there's a better way to go about getting away from and back to this hunt, though. So, unfortunately, like, Terrakion was really easy. Because with Terrakion, I had that teleporter right there. And I could literally just spam back and forth on the teleporter. This hunt, I can't really do that. It's a little bit harder to hunt this fucker. But I'm still excited to do it because it's shiny Latios. Like, come on now. How could you not be excited to hunt shiny Latios? You know what I mean? But from what I've looked up, you have to run all the way to the edge of this building, and then you can go back and climb all the way back up here. And then you got to deal with all these Noivern and Noibats the whole time as well. But it'll be worth it when we get this thing, you know? Oh, I missed. You're more of a Latias gamer, personally. I mean, as soon as I unlock Latias, we'll be going for that one as well. It's not like we're just gonna do Latios. We will be going for both at some point. This is just the one I found. And of course, just like Terrakion, I found it like first thing this morning. Like, I got up, I started playing for a little bit before I started work. I did end up getting 2 more for my shiny living dex, though. I got Galarian Yamask, I got 2 of them, so I was able to evolve one to the Runerigus. So I added both of those to my shiny living dex, which was awesome. Hi, Michelle. And hello to Red Shadow and Squiddy as well. I forgot to say hi to you guys like a dipshit. Oh wait, I need to go down all the way. I keep forgetting that. Book forgets that too, so it's okay. But yeah. So yeah, it was so dumb. I was in a hyperspace zone where it was in the sewers. The available spawns, okay, were the Sandile line and the Bunnelby line. And then Galarian Yamask. So I had 2 ground types and then a ghost type as my available spawns. And I just so happened to have a Sparkling Power 3 ghost type donut. So I was like, perfect. I can at least get the Yamasks I need for the living dex. And maybe I can try for a shelf of it, you know? Like, this will work out great. Squid, thank you for a 15 stream streak. So that was the plan going into it, right? I had like, it was like 18 minutes on the donut, plus like the time to do the resets and shit. I ended up getting 5 shinies off of that donut. Only 2 of them were the Yamask, though. So with the Sparkling Power 3 donut for ghost types, I got 2 shinies. And without any boost to shiny odds, I got 3 ground types. I got a Sandile and 2 Diggersby. Without any boost to ground types. Like, figure that the fuck out. This game is so weird. But it's also why I keep telling you guys, like, don't worry about Sparkling Power when you're shiny hunting. Don't worry about the donuts and shit. Yo, what up, NoGen? Like, don't even worry about it, right? Just fucking do the hunt. Don't even worry about, like, well, I don't have the right donut. I need to go farm donuts, blah, blah, blah. No. Just hunt the shit if you get the chance, because you're probably going to get it, and you're going to get it quicker than if you waited to get the donut. Like, I've had no problems shiny hunting in this game without Sparkling Power. Like, I just happen to have that donut that I had accidentally made. And so I was like, I might as well use it. I have it, right? Like, these Noivern might actually kill me. But how's everybody doing today? Hope y'all had a good day. What's everybody up to tonight? You doing anything fun? You're just watching me? You shiny hunting yourself? What you got going on tonight, guys? Bad bats, but a man shiny hunt in peace, right? These fuckers will not leave me alone. And they keep hitting me like when I'm on the ladder, when I can't dodge or anything. Alright, last check before I have to reset. Due to a redraw of Human Dragapult? Hell yeah, Squids. I can't wait to see that. I am excited for that. You know me and my love of Dragapult. Not quite there, Squiddy. Also, if you guys aren't doing it yet, if you have TikTok, be sure to drop a follow to Little Drawing Squid. And check out his Pokemon is Cute Girl series. It's very fun. It'll be worth your time. What's next week? Just the holidays, you mean? Or is there something else happening that I don't know about? Okay, just the holidays. I mean, I'm more excited to have the week off work than anything. Like, I'm off work after Friday until January 5th. So I've got some other shit I have to do. I'm going to be at the ranch for a bit for Christmas and some other stuff, but I'm going to try to do some daytime streams while I'm on break from work. Because, like, honestly, I'm not going to have anything else to do, so I might as well stream during the day. But yeah, I mean, the holidays, I've talked about it before. I don't really get excited about the holidays anymore, but I'm excited to not have to work. I mean, that's really the best part about it. And we'll see if I get another gun for Christmas. That'll be cool. It's almost Christmas. Feels like it was just Thanksgiving. Facts. So yeah, just to clarify that thing I just said, my wife's grandfather was like a, what's the word? He collected guns like I collect shiny Pokemon, right? And so when he passed away a couple years ago, my father-in-law inherited half of his collection, his brother got the other half. And so for Christmas the last couple of years, he's just been giving me and my brother-in-law random firearms out of the collection that he feels will be useful to us. So like a couple years ago, I got a semi-auto 12 gauge for turkey hunting. And then last year, I got a rifle that I don't know that I'll ever actually use because it's a little too powerful for any of the stuff I hunt currently. I mean, I could probably use it for pigs, and that's about it. Like, for the wild hogs. So, yeah, I'm interested to see if that happens again this year, because that would be interesting. Curious what else he can scrounge out of the horde of firearms that he's got stashed away that he's still trying to unload. More like that's what he said, Squiddy. Oh. They did kill me that time. The fuckers keep attacking me on the ladder. It's such bullshit that their moves can hit you on the ladder. Like, that's such bullshit. Because, like, what am I supposed to do while I'm climbing a ladder? I can't really avoid it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just stuck here. Out of all the new megas you've seen so far, which one's your favorite? Ooh. That's a good question. Which one's my favorite out of the new ones that I've seen? Meowstick. It is a good look. I don't know what's my favorite. I would say my favorite is a tie between Dragalge and Absol Z. I love Absol Z's Mega, especially at Shiny Mega. The Shiny Mega Absol Z is so good. Although, I might show it to you guys here before I reset. I have one of the new Megas in my party, and it's shiny. And I really like the look of it shiny. I think they could have done a better job with the Mega, but I really like it in shiny form. It looks really good. See, how did I get hit twice there, like, right in a row? I call bullshit. See, I wish this teleporter went all the way to the ground. That would make this so much easier. Instead of having to climb the ladder here. But yeah, I was gonna stream last night and do Aerodactyl and Clobbopus again. But I was just super tired last night. I ended up going to bed early. I just had no energy last night. So I was like, yeah, rather than forcing myself to stream when I've got no energy, especially a hunt like that where, you know, the Clobbopus being over 4K now, I'm already kind of mad doing that hunt on a normal night. I'm kind of over it. So like trying to do it last night when super tired didn't seem like the best idea either. So also a stupid thing with this hunt is apparently if you save at the bottom of that Holovator, you can just soft reset the hunt. But if you can save at the bottom and soft reset, why can't you just go up and down the Holovator, you know? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I want to see something real quick. Yeah, there's a ledge there. Can I go this way? No, there's no way to get back up here. Damn it. I'm trying to see if there was a better way to do this and avoid all these Noivern. Because the problem is the path to get up here is so long. Exactly, Squid. So I just opted to just relax last night. I figured it was the better option. Just get some rest. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys are all having a good week. I know I haven't seen you since Monday. And honestly, if I hadn't found Latios, we probably would have done Grounded tonight. It's because it's when people get off work, Red. People have gotten off work and eaten dinner. This is the perfect time to go live. I honestly miss streaming during the day. So when I first started streaming, I was out of work for a bit. And so like the first 3 months, I was streaming from like 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or something like around that time frame. It was like my normal for the first 3 months. And I really miss being able to stream in that time frame. You just got 40 notifications in an hour or so. Yep. It's really the problem is like this. Well, it's not a problem. It's kind of a weird thing, right? So one, this is when most people can stream, right? They're off work, they've eaten dinner, they're done for the night, they can stream for a couple hours and go to bed. But the other thing is, this is kind of prime hours for when people can watch for the same reasons, right? They're off work, they've finished their night, they're just relaxing, they can watch a stream while they're doing their own thing and waiting to go to bed. So you've got the most streamers during this time period, but you also have the most potential viewers during this time period. So it kind of goes both ways on that. The other problem with like streaming during the day as a Pokemon streamer is the daytime streams are kind of monopolized now. Like there's already a lot of established streamers during that kind of daytime hours who do Pokemon, and you're not gonna pull their audience. And so like trying to stream during the day when doing Pokemon is a bit of a rough ask. But honestly, I preferred it. I wish I could go back to daytime streams full time. It's like, honestly, if I didn't have to work, if I could just stream full time, I would probably stream like 10 to 6. Would probably be my time frame that I would look for. So like I wouldn't have to wake up super early, but I could finish stream like in time for Book to come home and make dinner and whatnot and like spend the night with her. Would probably be how I would do it if I could do it full time. God damn it, Matthew, I need to turn that off. Nico Nico Nee. Yeah, now that I'm a VTuber, it doesn't make sense to have that anymore. It really doesn't. What's going on, Matthew? You didn't hear it. Aw, that sucks, Meta. I hope your brain gets better as the night goes on. Doing good, Matthew. Doing good. Trying to avoid these Noivern and get a shiny Latios at the same time is a pain in the ass. But, you know, otherwise, doing good. No phases. I don't know that I'm going far enough to get a phase. I might. I don't know if any of these are really despawning fully. Shiny hunting is meh right now. To tried getting a Charmander, nothing. Went for Tepig, and it just seems to be quick. It kind of, I've been noticing that it's like there's some stuff that I just have not been able to get, and then there's other stuff where I've gotten it like super fast, and it's been like, oh, okay, that happened. Like, the amount of time I spent in Zone 20 and never got a shiny Charmander and only got one shiny Tepig. But then, like, I was saying earlier, I went into a hyperspace zone with no sparkling power that would affect ground types. I had sparkling power Ghost and got three shinies that weren't ghosts. I got a Sandile and 2 Diggersby without any sparkling power, and 1 trip to a hyperspace. So like, it's kind of weird shiny hunting in this game. And also, just so you guys can see, I've got catching power 3 on dragon types. I don't have any sparkling power on this hunt, just like Terrakion. So this hunt is Charmods. And what's not 1365 in this game? It's like, what, 1294? Dink hyperspace, give me that fat fairy. Although I will say, Matthew, for me, part of where shiny hunting has been better is I'm not really going for shinies for the most part. There's some stuff that, like, I still need for my shiny living dex. And so for those Pokemon, I'm content with just getting the shiny. But outside of those ones I need for my living dex, if it's not an alpha, I don't care. Well, not an alpha or a legend. I don't care. And really, like, I'm only doing the legend hunts because it's the first time since BDSP that they've let us shiny hunt legends, and that's the only reason I'm doing this. Feel good if you got shiny Regirock tonight. I mean, shinies always make you feel better, meta. So yeah, like, for me, it's alpha or nothing. So that's been making the shiny hunting in this game a lot more fun for me, because yeah, like, I'm getting plenty of shinies. Like, the amount of shiny Totodiles I got in Zone 20 is insane, but I didn't get a single alpha, so I don't give a fuck. So I organized all my boxes between yesterday during work, and so I've got everything in dex order now in my boxes, and so I don't know if I'm gonna go for an alpha shiny living dex in this game. I don't think I will, but I might. It'll depend on how lucky I get with alpha power donuts. That's gonna be the big factor for me, is if I start getting really lucky with alpha power donuts, because right now I'm very rarely getting them. I'm actually getting sparkling power more than I'm getting alpha power. And I'd much rather go into the hyperspace zones with alpha power, because I've gotten to do it a couple of times, and the amount of alphas you get is wild. I mean, it is non-stop alphas. And so if I could, you know, start getting that a little more often, where I could go into these zones with just alpha power, I would definitely start looking at doing a alpha shiny living dex. I at least want to get all of the Pokemon that have megas in a shiny alpha. I want shiny alphas of everything that has a mega. You love watching Legends Arceus stuff still because the wordier, throwing yourself off a cliff. I do miss the movement stuff in Legends Arceus. You know what I mean? Like riding on Pokemon. I do really miss that. And I wish they had brought that back on some scale in this game. You just want little Pokemon like Mudkip to be Alpha? Dude. I've been wanting to get like shiny Alpha Mudkip and stuff. I wouldn't even evolve it. Oh, dude. Especially with the hyperspace zones constantly giving you the mission, catch 3 Pokemon undetected, and then it gives you Pokemon that like spot you immediately from like 100 yards away. Because like the distance you can throw a Pokeball and hit a Pokemon in this game is a lot shorter than ZA, but the distance at which they spot you is longer. So trying to do that 3 undetected is a pain in the ass, and they always give you a bunch of spawns that have like low catch rates too. Like, I've gotten into so many situations where I've run out of time on my donut just because I couldn't catch one Pokemon. This shit is so annoying. Braviary, dude, having Braviary in Legends Arceus was so nice. Just fly around with that thing. Where are you, Golden Nut? Dude, Dandanon is such a good show. I need to finish the 2nd season still. You had a far-fetched one today. All of them were alpha, and it was like, catch them undetected, and they all immediately saw me. That's what I'm talking about, Squid. This shit is so annoying. It's like, it's not possible to catch this shit undetected. What do you mean? Oh, I was out of range of that. Eat my ass. Really? Noibat used Hurricane now? Dude, I'm surprised I'm like, I have any energy today. Loki woke my ass up at 6:30 again. Friggin' Book's out there getting ready for work and shit. And he's laying in bed right next to me. He's like right next to my head. And for some reason, he just decided this would be the perfect time to bark like my life is ending. So good with it, it can climb mountains with it. Oh yeah, the Sneasel trick. The Sneasler where you like let go, switch to Braviary, fly back into the mountain, go back to Sneasler, let go, switch to Braviary. I really hope I'm going far enough away. I feel like I am, but I'm really worried that I'm not, and I'm not actually resetting the Latios. I was watching some clips of people doing the hunt to make sure I had it right. Hey, what's going on, Shaylin? Fighting your life to get the last 2 berries you need for the Kreller donut. Oh, yeah. That was a pain in the ass to get the right berries for. I remember that. I needed, like, so many of one, and I had, like, one of them, and it took fucking forever to get all of them. I've brought this up before, but it happened again. I feel like mentioning it again. It's so annoying that the stuff from the cutscenes in the DLC are shiny locked, because I've had to fight Heatran like 5 more times since I unlocked 5-star raids. He keeps popping back up. There was zero reason to not have him be catchable and shiny huntable in the secondary hunts they make, secondary battles. There was no reason at all to shiny lock those battles. They could have done it like they did, like Dynamax Adventures in Sword and Shield, you know? The majority of swelling and redness is going away. Hell yeah, Squids. Let's go. Agreed, Shaylin. Like, I get it when it's a cutscene and it's a whole animation. It's hard, you know what I mean? It's hard to make that shiny eligible, so, like, I get that. But if you're gonna bring it back outside of the cutscene, why is it shiny locked? Why do they shiny locked all the gift mons now? I mean, even Let's Go Eevee, you could shiny hunt the stuff that, like, NPCs trade you, you know? So why all of a sudden now are they like, no. If you get it from an NPC, it's shiny locked. Eat a dick. It's so stupid. But yeah, shiny locks are the dumbest thing Game Freak has come up with, and they've come up with a lot of stupid shit over the years. I'm really hoping in a future patch they give us more legends the way they've done like Latios and the Swords of Justice, because they can very easily just drop them into a 5-star and be able to do it like this. Apparently not, Shaylin. Like, there's no reason why we can't hunt the other legends like I'm doing this. None at all. Like, Latios and Latias have a cutscene in the DLC, spoiler alert. But they have a cutscene and we can still shiny hunt them. So why can't we shiny hunt the other stuff that has a cutscene? Make it make sense. I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Gummy, 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 gummy bear. Gummy, 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 gummy bear. Song has been stuck in your head since yesterday. That is unfortunate. I will probably be saying the same thing tomorrow, only I'll know why. It will be your fault. That and Crazy Frog were the OG brain rot? Facts. How's it going, Faye? Doing good over here. Just, grinding away for this Latios and trying not to die to Noivern. Both are a challenge. What's your question? Nah, I'm good, Faye. I hate YouTube. No! God, why do they always do that when I'm trying to climb the ladder? Stupid friggin' bats. Alright, come on. So we got super lucky with Terrakion. It took, what, an hour and a half to get Terrakion? So, I don't know that we'll get that lucky again here with Latios. It would be awesome if we did, but I don't think we get that lucky on back-to-back Legends. Although, I was saying earlier, even without Sparkling Power, I feel like hunts have been a little on the easy side. Time will tell. What Pokemon region is the least suitable vacation? Oh god. Probably, Gen 1. There wasn't a lot of shit in Gen 1 you'd want to go on vacation for. How to make this stupid ass smile. Fucking hands aren't doing the job. Take a little break, squids. Get some water, eat a banana. The potassium, squid. It'll help. Alright, so real quick. Actually, no, let me do a couple more. And then I'll show you guys something. If I remember to. Only way you eat a banana is when they're green. Other than that, you don't like bananas. Really? When they're green? Interesting. The greener the banana, the less sugar. That could make sense. I don't know that I believe it fully, but I could see it being true. I'll also say, though, people confuse, like, natural sugars with added sugar. You know, it's like fruit, honey, shit like that are natural sugars aren't really that bad for you. It's the processed sugars and like the added sugars that you get in like most other food. Oh shit. I was not paying attention to the time there. But yeah, those added sugars are the problem. Natural sugars are added sugar, not so much, but damn, does it taste good? Facts. Like having some kind of fruit or just like a tablespoon of honey with your breakfast in the morning is actually really good for you because that little bit of sugar gets your metabolism going. Now, if I could get to the point where I actually eat breakfast, I'll start doing that. But yeah, it's actually like, it's kind of funny. Like most people, like their worst meal of the day is usually at night. You know what I mean? Like night is usually you have a big dinner and then you eat a bunch of junk food or you drink or whatever. And then you go to sleep. But now you're just going to sleep after putting all that shit in your body and you don't have a chance to like work it off. If you're gonna eat shitty food, the best time to do it is first thing in the morning, because then you have all day to deal with it. It's like all those cultures that do like massive breakfast spreads and you're like, what the hell? How do you eat this much in the morning? They actually have it right. The way Americans do it, where like we grab a Pop-Tart and run out the door, is the worst way to do it. Sitting at a solid one meal a day because you sleep all day. How do I think the donuts taste? I mean, some of them are probably good. I don't know about the sour and spicy donuts, though. You know what I mean? Those ones kind of scare me. Just like the Scarlet and Violet sandwiches that are just like all salt, and you're like, oh my god. This would taste fucking horrible. Book's playing Dead by Daylight. I can hear her screaming at her computer. She gets so aggressive when she plays that game. It's pretty funny. Book playing a game aggressively? Who would have guessed, right? Yes, she is, Meta. I just hear her screaming profanities at her computer in the background. But yeah, you guys have seen her with Grounded and It Takes Two and Split Fiction and all that. She's very aggressive when she plays video games. It's pretty funny. Because, like, outside of games... No. She's very meek, normally. But when she plays games, she lets it all out. The craziest game I've ever played? How would you define a crazy game? Storyline? Probably Gex. It was a game on N64 where you were a James Bond inspired gecko and you had to go into TVs, into like story worlds and collect items and shit and then fight bosses. It was a pretty weird game. Or actually, you know what? Even crazier, Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim was a lot crazier. That game was pretty wild. That was like PlayStation era. You were literally an earthworm in like a super suit and you would like fart on your enemies and shit like that. That one was really crazy. The South Park Fractured But Whole. Dear God, is that game wild. I still think Earthworm Jim and Gex had crazier storylines. The South Park game was just a lot of like shock value. One of these resets, I'm not going to be paying attention. And I'm going to get up there and see a shiny Latios and have like 80 calories left to catch it. And here, real quick, because I keep forgetting to actually show you guys this. Right? Shiny Golisopod. Oh wait, I don't have Mega Energy. Fuck me. South Park is just wild to be wild. They put kids into some pretty adult situations. Exactly. Alright, well I was going to show you Shiny Mega Golisopod. But I don't have any Mega Energy. So I can't show you that right now. Trying to think of other crazy games I've played. Games used to be fucking weird. And they still are. There's still a lot of weird games out there, like Nekopara. That was a pretty weird game. I only played a little bit of the first one, but I played enough of it to know that that shit was crazy. What about you, Red? What's the craziest game you've played? Oh, I also played this one game. I forget what it's called. But the kid's like 10 years old. And he just comes home one day and goes, "Hey, Mom, this old guy wants me to do this mission for him. It involves me traveling the world by myself on foot for the most part." And the mom's like, "All right, dear. Don't forget to bring a backpack. Oh, and here's a map." And just sends their kid off into the world at 10 years old. Like, by themselves. At the behest of some old guy. That was a pretty crazy game. Streamer you watch once played Colonel Sanders Dating Sim. I've heard of that. There's a game called Chair Fucking Simulator. You literally fuck chairs. What about Date Everything, where like every item in your place has like a humanoid aspect to it? Correct, Matt. I was describing Pokemon. It's not a humanoid chair, it's just a chair. Too bad it wasn't a couch, right? And when you think about it, Grounded is a pretty crazy game too. Like, you get shrunk down to the size of like a small ant, if not smaller. And then you're just in the backyard having to fight off wolf spiders and shit with like weapons you make out of shit, like, you know, bits, like parts of beetles and stuff that you turn into a weapon. When you really look at it, that's a pretty crazy game. So was It Takes Two. A couple having marriage problems get turned into two of their child's toys and get led on a basically couples therapy session by a book that talks with a like Spanish accent. Subnautica, it's a pretty fun game. Book loves that game. I've watched her play it, and I honestly don't get the appeal. Fuck! That you like Subnautica. Yeah, I was saying you love the game. I say Book loves Subnautica, and I just hear, "Arthur! The fuck are you saying about me?" And I'm like, "That you love Subnautica?" She's like, "Of course I do. It's a fantastic game." But she's still yelling at me from her computer. She didn't even like come out here to yell at me. Oh, book never change. Book gonna book, Squid. Book gonna book. It's funny because I'll talk about her all night and she doesn't know it, but then she'll like take off her headset to like go feed the dogs or go to the bathroom and she'll hear me talking about her. Yeah, I've seen Uma Musume. I haven't. I like tried it, but I don't know. I couldn't really get into it. Like, I kind of see the appeal. You know, famous racehorses turned into cute girls. Like, I get it. I just didn't really enjoy it. Although apparently the creators of Uma Musume are suing PETA. Which, if that, like, I might have to play the game just for that fact. So, one of the girls, the racehorse that she's inspired by, actually broke its leg in a race and had to be euthanized. And in the game, they stay kind of true to life, and as part of the storyline, she breaks her leg. Only she's able to recover and blah blah blah. Well, PETA started putting out a campaign about how, like, you know, if they really wanted the game to be like true, they should have shot her and all this other shit. But then they started putting out like images of like the character like being put down and shit. And so now the devs from Uma Musume are suing PETA. And no, agree, Squid. Impractical Jokers. I don't know if that was... I mean, that was an interesting show for a little bit. It kind of got old fast, though. Sometimes PETA is always wild. The shit they've done, like... They say they're pro-animal and stuff, but... PETA's killed more animals than any other fucking thing imaginable. Try to be nice. You don't need to try to be nice when it comes to PETA. Or the, like... I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. So, like, you'll see, like, commercials for, like, trying to get donations to, like, the Humane Society of the United States. Do not give them your money. Give your money to local Humane Society shelters, but do not give it to the big one that you see the commercials for. Like, they literally give money to PETA and lobby like anti-pet laws, and they also euthanize pets on the regular for like just for no, like, not sick pets, like healthy animals that just don't have a home and they just euthanize them. Who had a leg and the horse is miserable, so they have to put the animal... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that's why they have to do it when a horse breaks their leg. Like, it can never heal. And, yeah, like, what is it gonna do from there? So, yeah, it's... Unfortunately, it's one of those things that kind of has to be done. But yeah, PETA and the National Humane Society are fucking hot garbage. Also, guys, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for it, but my birthday is coming up in a little over a week. Beta, that's crazy. Squiddy, I said a little over a week, not today. So I'm trying to figure out. Damn it, I said over a week. You don't have to say happy birthday today, guys. You've got like 11 days. Well, thank you, everybody. But anyways, the reason I brought it up was not for you to say happy birthday to me early. I brought it up because I was trying to say was, I don't know what it is I'm going to do, but I want to do something special that day for stream. Meta, goddammit. Thank you anyways, but you've got time. Point is, I want to do something special that night. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it's not gonna be just shiny hunting. I'm probably gonna start early that day. And do like an all-day stream, especially because I won't have work the Monday after. Because my birthday's on a Sunday. And I don't have work Monday, so I can stream late. So I want to do some like games with viewers on my birthday. So we can play like some Fortnite, golf with your friends, Jackbox. So I want to do a bunch of like games with viewers and stuff. And I'm trying to think of like some other fun stuff we can do for it. And I'm thinking I might set some like cheesy goals for it, like you know, not like subathon level, nothing like crazy, no like, oh, if I reach 100 subs or anything like that, but like, you know, if I get a gift sub, I'll do X, you know, if I hit 5 subs, I'll do this, if, you know, and just go up to like 20, and just, you know, have like some kind of more punishment, you know, Scribbly or whatever the fuck, it's like Pictionary but for online. Maybe with the mods Gardic Phone, yes, maybe with the mod, Squid. The problem with Gardic Phone doing it with viewers is it's too much of an opportunity for people to do some dumb shit, you know. It's a definite security risk doing Gardic Phone with the when you don't know the people. So we might be able to do Gardic Phone with the mods. I'm sure Book will join for a little bit of it. Jer unfortunately is out of town. He's visiting family for the rest of the year, so I know Jer won't be able to join. But I can see if there's something Jake wants to do with join in on. We'll see if Eric wants to join in for anything. So, you know, I'll be putting stuff out. Like, if you want to hang out, feel free. I'll probably just sit in the Discord. You know, and let people come into the Discord, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm trying to plan it out. I know past years for my birthday streams, I've gotten like seriously fucking trashed. And while I'm not ruling that out for this year, I would like that to be like very end of the night kind of deal and not like halfway through stream.
Oh, there's more.
What are these? Oh, go for it. Hi. How is you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm good. I don't
can't see where I am. I'm leaving.
Oh. Bye.
Hi, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Hey, Squiddy, let's go.
I can't breathe today.
Squiddy said he'd get fucked up with me on my birthday.
Yeah. I want to hang out with Squiddy more.
Well, I was just saying, I don't know for sure what's gonna happen, but for my birthday, I want to, like, do, like, start earlier and do, like, a, like, kind of all-day thing.
Yeah.
But do, like, games with viewers, games with mods and stuff like that. And, like, let people, like, kind of come and go and, like, join in for different games.
Yeah. That's good.
So I said you'd probably join in at some point for a few minutes.
Squiddy, we need to hang out more. Okay, bye.
Squid said, I want to hang out with you too, Book. We gotta find time to game together. Oh, shit. Did not mean to fall off there. Woo! Made it. Oh, did you see the superhero landing? I don't know that I've ever seen that animation before in this game. That was cool. I don't know how I did it. But that was definitely a superhero landing. Alright, Squids. But yeah, so if you guys have any ideas for what I could potentially do for a birthday thing, let me know. I'm willing to listen. Come on, climb the ladder, you dickhead. But yeah, so that'll be a week from Sunday. So not this Sunday, next Sunday. Will be that. And I'll post some stuff in the Discord once I kind of get the concepts down a little more and give you guys a heads up on stuff. Ooh, I just had another idea. I need to look into how to set something up. I have, well, I mean, I know of them read, but I've never read them. But I know they're a thing. I haven't seen the movies either. But I know they exist. You're on the third? Nice. You watched them, Matthew? How were they? They were okay? I mean, honestly, movie adaptations of books are typically just okay. You follow the movie, it's the same for the show? That's weird. Why do they do it that way? Like, why would they make the movie the same as the show? Like, what's the point in watching both then? You gotta have some difference. They only know how to copy, apparently. Thinking about calling it a night? Tired tonight, Red? Welcome back, squids. You know, like, I don't think it would work because we've seen before where, like, you can get shinies on a roof above you, you know? But I really wonder if I could do this hunt just going up and down the Holovator. I want to have this last gummy, but you won't have another one until the shop orders more. 2 weeks ago, they said they would have more this week. But I don't know. I have a bad feeling. Ah, damn, Matthew. Because you have work tomorrow and you have to be there at 8:30. Ah, gotcha, Red. Yeah, I got, like, my entire work week is meetings. I have so many fucking meetings this week. Because we're, like, trying to get everything tied up before we go on break for the holidays. And so, like, it's just all meetings all week. Thank you for the shiny luck there, Red. So, yeah, I have a pretty boring work week because it's literally just me sitting here listening in on meetings. Oop, hit the A button too late again. It interrupted Survivor. At least she has her priorities right, Squid. I'm proud of her. Oh god, Squid. He should have interrupted Survivor sooner. I think my shoulder is like officially shot, guys. I think it's toast. Well, I mean, it was bad before, but I think it's like done now. I think it's just for show at this point. It's like I was helping Llama with his baseball swing yesterday, and just swinging a bat a couple of times. I am in so much fucking pain today. Like, I cannot move my shoulder without, like, excruciating pain coursing through my arm. And all I did was, like, kind of swing a bat a few times. Like, I didn't even do anything. Nah, this isn't a chiropractor issue, Squid. This is 2 decades of bone grinding on bone. No, wait, not 2 decades, 1 decade. But yeah, it's just a decade of bone grinding on bone. You can pop your right shoulder out of the socket anytime you want, or result of the padding is wearing down. Ooh, that's not good, Squid. I don't have... My problem isn't there yet, anyway. But I wouldn't be surprised if it got there. My problem is I tore my rotator cuff. And I never got it fixed. And so now I'm just fucked. Because my shoulder doesn't sit right. And so since it doesn't sit right, the joint and the socket are just rubbing on each other. And it's literally rubbing away the joint. Just grinding it away slowly. It's about as painful as it sounds. And then it's because the head is grinding. When it grinds, the pain shoots all the way down to my elbow. It just like shoots down the bone. You know what's funny? I've been hunting for a Pokemon that I want to turn blue for so long, and now I'm hunting a blue Pokemon that I want to not be blue. Kind of funny how that works out. Yes! The goddamn pen is blue! Oh my god, that's one of my favorite favorite scenes ever. I don't think we will, Squid, because I don't think I'm traveling far enough for most of them to reset. I mean, like, you know, we've been going for, you know, almost an hour and a half. And we haven't seen Shiny Noibat or Noivern yet. I feel like if we were actually resetting them, we would have seen one shine by now. God, I get hit 3 times trying to climb that ladder. That is such horseshit. Slug my nuts. I mean, what? I want to make sure the world's like not ending or something stupid. Alright. I get him off the bed, he gets a drink, runs to the back door, stares, looks at the door, go to open thinking he needs out, nope, rushes back to bed. Damn. Alright. Social media is just everybody making fun of the speech, so I think we're good. Teens weather right now, can't be opening the dang door. Oh, I wish, dude. I'd be nice and bundled up right now. I'd have my hoodie on, I'd have my beanie, I'd be loving life. See, that's what I was figuring. But from everything I'm seeing online, it's not really staying on topic. I just wanted to make sure, like, the world wasn't ending or something, you know? But the consensus online seems to be old man yells at cloud. Dude, why are these fucking Noibats so angry? And why are the Noivern just as angry? Like, I get the Noivern being angry, but why are the Noibats so angry? I got the names backwards. Like, you're just a little dude. How about you calm the fuck down before I hit you with an ice move? Right, Squid? Like, goddamn. You're the size of a baseball. How about you fucking relax? Although, kind of on the topic of balls. You know a movie I watched recently for the first time ever, and, like, even Book was like, how the fuck have you never seen that movie? Castaway. I just never watched it. I had nothing to do the other day, so I was watching it. It's a good movie. They give him the old razzle-dazzle with a baseball bat. Yeah, Book had the same reaction, Squid. I just never got around to watching it, so I finally watched it the other day. The part of the movie, though, that stuck with me, right? And this is just my brain at work here, okay? He spent, what, 4+ years on that island, surviving on raw fish and crabs, right? And coconuts. Like, that's it. He had coconuts, raw fish, and crabs. That was the extent of his food source for 4 years and then some. He finally gets back to civilization, and they have the big welcome back celebration for him. And what do they serve at his welcome back dinner? Sushi and crab legs. Dude, if I was him, I would have been throwing hands with everybody and flipping tables. Right, Matthew? Give him a pizza. Give him a steak. Give him some buffalo wings. No, they gave this man sushi and crab legs after 4 years on an island eating nothing but raw fish and crab. Oh, I still need to watch that one. Dude, I don't know why that part of the movie, like, really triggered me. Like, there was a bunch of stuff that he was doing where I was like, no, you stupid fuck, don't do that. What are you doing? That's gonna end so badly. And then it did. But them serving him sushi and crab legs just angered me to a very just uncomfortable level. I don't know why. I couldn't handle it. And then the way they ended the movie, with him just standing in the road. Like, what the fuck? That after all that, that's how it ends? Are you fucking with me right now? Oh, dude, when he was apologizing to Wilson for kicking it out of the cave, I was fucking dying laughing. Never seen any of the Back to the Future movies. What? I mean, dude, I love Back to the Future, but when you just look at the plot of that movie, it's a little off-putting. Like, when you really think about the plot. Until Doc married the one chick from the past and somehow didn't fuck up the timeline. Right after all of his talk about, like, not being, you know, you have to be careful of the timeline, blah, 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 and then he does that. It's like, didn't you just kind of go against everything from the first two movies? Hey, what up, Fang? She wasn't important enough to ruin the timeline. You just got up from a nap? Nice. How was your nap, Fang? But I mean, like, let's look at the first Back to the Future, okay? You have Marty, who the character comes off as like he's supposed to be like this cool kid and whatnot, but he's not really a cool kid. And like his best friend is this disgraced nuclear physicist of an unknown age, but definitely too old to be best friends with a high school kid. Correct, Fang. And so the two of them end up building a time machine. And he uses that time machine to go back to the past. But the movie is called Back to the Future. And what he uses the time machine for is not to, like, you know, prevent atrocity or fix wrongs in society. No. He uses the time machine to go back in time and try to fuck his mom.
I need to see my face.
Oh. I can't see what I'm doing, though.
Everyone, I have something to say.
Oh, Jesus.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, why are you Marty McFly? She was so confused. Goddamn, Squid. You need to get her on game.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm not gonna be,
What?
I'll bet you can have both. I'm not gonna be sober.
I didn't expect you to. So that's a good thing.
Like,
Enjoy your game.
boring bitches.
Book is a little tipsy, guys. Just a little bit. Uh-huh. It's kicking in right now. Oh, I could use a gummy right now. I could really go for a gummy. No one told you had to cut it in half? Well, I mean, it kind of depends. You know, like, because they come in different strengths. So cutting it in half isn't necessarily a guarantee that you have to do. However, if it's your first time, you know, it's probably good to take half, give it an hour, see how you feel, then go for the other half, you know? You do half because you're a lightweight. This DLC looks bland or just chrome. I will say visually, I'm not the biggest fan, Walsh. You know? They really went super cheap with it just being, you know, white, like black and white kind of. It's fun to play. The gameplay value is there. And even if it's only a handful, being able to shiny hunt legends is nice. I was almost late on my meds. Thank you for the shiny luck there, Fang. You ate like 3 bananas and I hate bananas. Oh, when after the gummy? Nice try on the roll there, Fang. I mean, some of them I have extras of, Matthew, so I'm not too worried about those. But yeah, the fact that once I transfer them into here, I can't get them out into another game kind of annoys me. Alright, Shaylin, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for a bit. You had some peanut butter cup ice cream, and that was the best ice cream you've ever had in your life. I don't remember the first gummy, but I remember the first time I got high. And that was one of the worst and best nights ever. Because I was already super drunk. And then I did that. And I was good for a little bit. And then the whole world started spinning. And so I just kind of laid in the grass and looked at the stars for a while. But then the stars started spinning. And that was not good. And then I passed out and got probably the best sleep I've ever had in my life. And woke up the next morning just feeling amazing. You close your eyes and you can feel the earth rotating. Exactly, Squid. Exactly. Playing Vampire Survivors when it hit. You laid on your side the rest of the night, not knowing what to do with your hands. Good times. And then the last time we went to the Keys, me and my brother-in-law got cross-faded as all hell. And we both ended up laying on the dock behind, like, the place we were staying, just kind of like hanging over the side of the dock, staring into the water for like an hour. All of your Funyuns were gone. Dude, that is pure stoner behavior. If there's a Funyun nearby, it won't be for long. About to devour the shit, this sour cream and onion chips. Dude, I had some of those earlier with lunch. Meta, I've heard of gas station sushi. It's something I would never eat. You like cheddar sour cream more though? But nah, the cheddar sour cream are okay, but I definitely prefer the sour cream and onion. Which is weird because I hate onion, but those are my favorite chips. Oh, hang on. I gotta read. That's a long message. First ever drink was with Jaeger. Bro's addicted to shots. He had 12 shots that day. Best karma was that we had to see your dad later in the day. Honestly, out the entire time, and he was sweating bullets. God damn, Matthew. Yeah, Meta's still hanging out over on the YouTube side. Oh, I have not seen the copy pasta for that Meta, no. Dude, these fuckers are so aggressive, and their attacks, like, always hit. It's so annoying. Yeah, I kind of missed the Terrakion hunt where I could just go back and forth on the teleporter. That was such a better hunt. Debating if I risk checking one more time, but no. That would probably be stupid. The last thing I want is for this thing to shine when I've got, like, no time left. Sloppy Joes for dinner. Forgot how much you love them. Nice. I made... I had some, thawed out some of the venison. And did a quick pan-sear on that. This game is incredible. I hope they continue to improve for Gen 10, like some voice acting. Dude, how do we not have voice acting in Pokemon games yet? But I mean, overall, I have enjoyed this game. I think overall, I enjoyed the base game of Scarlet and Violet more. Like the storylines and everything else. But overall, I'm enjoying this game a whole lot more. I'm enjoying the DLC more. I'm enjoying doing stuff post-game more. The battles to get the shiny charm is probably my one real negative on this game. Listen to the story instead of button mashing and ruining your controller, right? Dude, that's one thing I will say. Actually, a third knock on the game. They had so much unnecessary dialogue in the DLC just to drag the game out and increase the playtime on it. So much unnecessary dialogue. It was like, dude, we get it. We've had this conversation 17 times now. Like, even still, like, after you beat the entire DLC story, you unlock special scans, and it's every 25,000 survey points you get to do a special scan, and it unlocks level 5 hyperspace zones, right? Every single time you want to do a special scan, you have to travel to Rust Industries, talk to the big guy in the back, like the bodyguard, every single time. You can't just do it from the map. It doesn't happen automatically. Every single time you want to run a special scan, you have to go to Rust Industries and talk to the guy and go through the whole dialogue again. It's like, bitch, we've done this 100 times now. Can we fucking stop already? That part with the DLC is kind of infuriating. Was Gen 7 like that too? Oh wait, yes it was. That was why I couldn't play it the first time around. I was trying to play it, and I was like, I got so annoyed with how handholdy it was in the constant dialogue. I was like, I'm not trying to play Final Fantasy here. Just let me play the fucking game. It annoyed the shit out of me, like, the first time I tried to play that game. The copy pasta's too long for YouTube. Can you just send me a link in Discord, Meta? The one good thing about this hunt is, like, both my hands are constantly busy. Because, like, every time I climb the ladder, I have to repress the run button. I have to constantly roll. I have to constantly press A. So both my hands are constantly busy, so I haven't been able to drink. Your sister finished Final Fantasy 16 today. She cried. Was it that sad of an ending? Damn it, Walsh. Beer hat, make it for your birthday. You know, of all the drinking apparatuses I have, I don't have a drink hat. Big old crybaby when it comes to games and movies. Book is too. Thank you, Meta. Whee! God, Squiddy. It's 11 days away. Shut up. Oh, the camelbacks? I actually have a camelback. I don't know where it is, but I think I actually have 2 of them. Oh god, the sugar-free gummy bears thing, the reviews, god damn, those are hysterical. Listen here, Walsh. You're not that much younger than me. That's not that much. Shit, you're closer to my age than Book is. Is it the one about the airplane meta? I mean, Walsh, you could have just said gotten a doctorate. It would have been rather than high school twice. Oh, not that one. Listen here, for don't go using logic and reason on us. They'll vote you out of the state. Yeah, they're not a fan of that. It was fun. I was actually like talking to my therapist today about like why I want to leave Florida. Because I was saying like it's weird, like, you know, so many people, their dream is to die in Florida. And my biggest fear is to die in Florida. And I was like, talking about, and I was like, you know, it's not just the weather with like the heat and humidity or any of, you know, any of this shit. Yeah, Walsh, that's what I brought up to her. I was like, you've got dumb shit. Like, it's illegal to have a license plate frame on your license plate, but it's legal to open carry an AR. Like, how the fuck? I mean, that is true, Matthew, but I'm not so much worried about the animals as I am the people. The people here are way more dangerous. Like, gators and venomous snakes I can deal with. You ever have to deal with a meth head? Much less a meth head that's homeless and is just sitting outside with their brain baking at 120-degree heat. Peeps are drunk or high, stay indoors. Dude, that warning light would be on all the time. Alright, like, dude, this is what dealing with people in Florida is like, okay? When I was working in the gas station, one of the stores I ran was down in St. Petersburg. And it wasn't in, like, a great area of St. Petersburg. It wasn't the worst. But we had a lot of, like, homeless people and meth heads and shit, right? And one day, one of the meth chicks comes in and she's talking about how just down the road a pedestrian had gotten hit, and she's telling everybody that will listen that it's this one guy that like the whole like neighborhood knew, and that like the car ran right over his head and squished it like a grape and all this other shit. And like she's telling this to everybody. The whole neighborhood is in hysterics thinking this guy just got his head taken off by a car and all this other shit. And then the dude walks in the store and she's like, oh, I thought you were dead. And he was like, what? And she's like, didn't you get hit by a car? He's like, no. What are you talking about? And she just goes, oh, it looked like you, and just walks away. Like, that was it. This bitch spent hours telling everybody this story, and then when the guy turned out to be alive, she just like, oh, and just moved on with her life. Squid, it was so much more wild than that. Because, like, she legit thought this dude was dead. And that it was, like, the most gruesome, horrific death imaginable. And was, like, in hysterics over it. And then when the guy turns out to be alive, she just goes, oh, okay. And, like, there was no reverse emotion. She wasn't, like, tears of joy that he was still... No, just, oh, cool, you're alive. And then, like, the guy, like, somebody did get hit by a car. But, like, that was it. Like, the actual story was somebody got hit by a car. There was, like, nothing to it. Dude, Florida is a weird fucking place. It truly is unlike anywhere else. It's some combination of, like, the heat and then the massive amounts of alcohol and drugs everybody's on just makes for some crazy shit to happen. Ah, damn meta. I mean, look at the story I was talking about from just a couple weeks ago. Friggin' woman ambushes her husband, stabs him, gets arrested and charged with attempted murder. The husband lives. She gets put into a psychiatric ward for evaluation and whatnot while she's awaiting trial because she's clearly fucking crazy. And while she's in the psych ward, she tries to strangle her nurse with the power cable to her ankle monitor. Like, how do you even think to do some shit like that? I didn't even know that was a thing that happened, Squid. Reno 911 stuff. Oh my, that is the cop show, yes. But dude, there's been so many times I've been like watching a clip on TikTok and it takes me a second to figure out if it's Florida or a clip from Reno 911. Because the shit that happens in Florida, I'm like, hold on, this could be real. And then I see a face and I'm like, oh, it's Reno 911, never mind. Two girls stabbed their friend. The girls survived because they believed that Slenderman was real, that they needed to kill someone to get... What the fuck? Yo, what's going on, Greed? How you doing, buddy? That's messed up, Squid. And then, like, with Florida, as if the meth heads and shit aren't bad enough, you've got all these fucking old people with dementia that still somehow have their fucking license. They can't remember their kids' fucking names anymore, but they're on the road driving around like it's no big deal. The girl who got stabbed basically dragged herself to the road to get help. Jesus. That's some wild shit. A lot of fucked up people in this world. Good job, Meta. The other fun thing is they recently lowered the speed limit on the bridge I have to take to get to the office from 65 to 55. And when I tell you, if I could ever go 55 across that bridge, I would throw a fucking party. It is impossible to go 55 on that bridge. It's like 5 lanes, and all 5 lanes are just full of people going 50 at most. Like, you can never go 55 on that fucking bridge. Squid. Cat's gonna cat, am I right? But the problem they have is because you just have all these slow fucks blocking every lane. Because they're all here either waiting to die or on vacation with their families wishing they would die while they're driving across the bridge. None of them actually have anywhere to be. And so they're all just in whatever lane they feel like being in at the time, driving slow as shit. And then they just randomly change lanes for no apparent reason without looking or signaling. And then you've got people like me with like jobs to get to and shit to do, trying to get around them. And so there's constantly accidents on the bridge. And they think that lowering the speed limit is going to somehow improve the situation. Like, first off, this bridge is miles long. It is a long fucking bridge, okay? There is no feasible way to enforce the speed limit on the bridge. You can't do it. It's right in the flight path of Tampa Airport, so you can't set up aircraft over it to do radar that way, and you can't park a cop car anywhere on it safely, so there's no way to enforce the fucking speed limit. Back when I first moved here, like, that bridge was fucking empty at, like, rush hour. Like, at rush hour, you could fly across that bridge. Now, it'll be 10 o'clock at night, and you'll still be lucky to go fucking 60 on it. But, back in the day, it was actually a big, street racing spot. Because it's just a miles-long bridge, and it's just straight forever. And the way, like, there's basically, like, you have a couple miles of bridge that are, like, short and, like, they're low to the water, and it's just completely flat going in from St. Petersburg to Tampa, right? And then right before you get to Tampa, there's, like, a big hump where it, like, raises up so boats can get under the bridge. And so what you'd do is you'd start in St. Pete, you'd get out on the bridge, and you'd slow down to, like, 35, 40 miles an hour, and you'd race from a roll, and then you would, like, because you can see in front of you, there's no fucking cars for 2 miles, because you can see there's no taillights, and then when you got to the hump, before you got to the hump, you would slow down, because really the only place they could hide was on the other side of the hump. And so if there was going to be a cop, you know exactly where they'd be. And so you just slowed down before you got over the hump. And there was another bridge that's shorter that goes to the other part of Tampa from St. Pete. And they used to do the same thing there. That one was more common because it was shorter. So, like, you would start in Tampa, you'd cross over into St. Pete, you'd turn around, wait for traffic to clear, and then you'd race back. And as long as, you know, you came off the bridge going the speed limit, the cops didn't give a fuck. You were the only cars out there. You know, you weren't doing anything legal, but you were at least doing it as safely as possible. And you were only risking the people involved, so the cops didn't give a fuck. They'd sit at the end of the bridge, and if you came flying into the city, they'd fucking nail your ass for it. But as long as you came into the city going the right speed, they didn't give a fuck what you did. It takes like 2 or 3 people going slow to change traffic to staying slow for hours. Facts, Greed. But yeah, it's like, the problem is the things they need to change to like improve, traffic flow and safety, they will never do, because the change would affect all the people who vote. It would affect all the old fucks. If you started making them go in for eye exams and to fucking get checked out and, shit like that, and make sure that they're not, in late stage dementia and still driving and all that shit. If you started doing that kind of stuff, and you started actually, going after people for not using their turn signals or cutting, not like leaving enough space when they change lanes and shit like that, it would do way more than dropping the speed limit on a section of highway that you can't go the speed limit. I mean, finishing construction definitely helps. Driving down, we got stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. You can see the front of the traffic, and there was no reason for us to be stopped. No construction, no accidents. Just 2 assholes in a pissing contest about who can drive slower. Dude, I've run into that so many times. It's so fucking irritating. No, agreed, Walsh. 100% agree. As you get older, you should have to do certain things more frequently to keep your license. You should have to get eye exams more frequently. You should have to do a practical driving test again, because you do one when you're 16 and then you never do one again. You know what I mean? My freedoms. Well, no, it's not even that. Like I said, it's old fucks vote. And so politicians aren't going to do anything that's going to turn the senior vote against them. You moved to Florida, came back, and construction was still happening on the same highway? God damn. That's brutal. I think I need to sit here for a minute. I'm gonna die. Why is the fuzzy shit not going away? Thank you, Meta. Massive change in legislative voices if we ban the ability to use stock and investing while serving in office. Oh, 100%. Shit would change drastically. I don't get it. If you work for a company and you know your company is about to do something good or bad, and you buy or sell stock based on that information before it becomes public, you can go to jail for insider trading. But if politicians know something's about to happen, like a mask mandate, they're perfectly fine and legal for them to buy stock in medical companies who make things like masks and make millions of dollars off that fucking investment. And that's perfectly legal. Make it make sense. Might have to zoom in a bit. Gotcha. Can't have someone at your company give you a gift for your work, but a lobbyist group can donate millions. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, they're like, I get having a minimum age to be in certain offices, but there should be a maximum age to be in certain offices as well. 100%. There also needs to be term limits. Term limits for every possible position need to happen. Because when you set term limits, it goes back to being a, what's it called? God damn it. It stops being a career and goes back to being public service. You know what I mean? You do your, 8 years, 10 years, whatever it is, and then you go back to work. Congressional Fight Club. Ah, like the old days when, the one guy beat the fuck out of his opponent with a cane. Although, speaking of the old days, did anybody else know that Colonel Sanders, the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, was an absolute badass, but also a womanizer who cussed like a sailor? Term limits and limiting means to make generational wealth from public service. Facts. Alright, so Colonel Sanders was actually a real guy, okay? And dude had a fucking life. So he ends up like, I'm trying to remember, like, he like lies about his age or falsifies some paperwork and joins the army like super young. Serves in the army for a few years. Whew, that was a close one. Holy crap. Did y'all see how close I was to death there? Gets out of the army, meets a woman, marries her, and he gets a job working on the railroad, right? And so he's constantly traveling, working on the railroad. Also, his time in the army, just like me, left him with a very dirty mouth. He swore all the time. To the point where when he would do, like, TV spots for KFC back in the day, they would have to heavily edit what he said because he would just swear constantly and they couldn't stop him. But yeah, so he's working on the railroad, cussing up a storm, and just traveling around to all these different places, like, for the job, so he's never home. So he just constantly cheats on his wife. So the wife finally decides she's tired of this shit, and while he's all way on work cheating on her, she literally sells all of his all the furniture and shit from the home, like just gets rid of it all, abandons the house and moves back in with her parents and brings their 2 kids with him. Hearing about this, he decides the best thing to do is to go to the parents' house and hide in the bushes and wait for the kids to come outside and play, and then kidnap them. Only they never come outside to play, so eventually just goes and knocks on the door. His father-in-law answers the door and is like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And he's just like, "Hey, this is awkward." And then the wife's like, "Oh, come in." So they hang out. And the wife's like, "So where are you going? What are you going to do?" He's like, "Well, I got a new job on the railroad. I'm going to be going, to like this. I'm going to be leaving for this state, blah, 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 blah." She's like, "No, you're not. Just stay here." And so they end up staying together for like another 30 fucking years. So apparently the whole plan worked out in some way, shape, or form. So then he's doing like odd jobs because every job he gets, he ends up getting into fights. He's just constantly fighting people and kicking people's ass. And so he keeps like getting fired over it. So then he gets his law degree and becomes a lawyer. And then shortly after gets disbarred for beating the fuck out of his own client in open court. Yeah, he beat up his client that he was like hired to be a lawyer for in court. So he gets disbarred. Ends up doing a bunch of other shit. Ends up working at a gas station, like just running a gas station. Fucking while he's running this gas station, he's like, you know, it'd be great if we had food here. So he just starts selling food at the gas station, and it ends up going really well, being really successful. Well, then the Great Depression hits, and the gas station goes out of business. But Shell Corporation approaches him and is like, hey, we know you were really successful at this. We have this gas station right on the highway. We want you to run it for us. And he's like, bet, I'll do that. So he starts running the gas station. Things are going well. He starts serving food, getting in all the truckers and whatnot. Things are going really well. And then he starts putting up signs to advertise the gas station. Well, he's stealing a lot of business from these other local gas stations, so they start getting mad, and they start tearing down his signs. And so he gets pretty mad about this. And one day he gets word that the guy who runs the store down the street is in the process of tearing down one of his signs. And so he goes to the guy and tells him, if I catch you touching one of my signs again, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face. So then, he's in a meeting in the gas station with Shell executives. Right? He's with 2 executives from Shell. And he gets told that this guy is out there fucking with his sign. He runs outside with his gun. The 2 Shell executives follow him. The fucking guy turns around, pulls a gun, shoots and kills one of the Shell execs. Colonel Sanders shoots the guy in the shoulder, disarms him, and then holds him down and waits for the cops. At which point, the other guy goes to jail for murder, and Colonel Sanders gets no charges because it's clear-cut self-defense. So at this point, he decides he's untouchable. So he just starts telling everybody that he's gonna shoot them in the fucking face if they mess with his business. Because he's like, fuck it, I'm a gangster. I can do what I want. I shot that guy and they didn't do nothing about it. It wasn't self-defense. He was defending himself. I came at him with a gun. Right? So, he's doing that for a while. And then, I'm trying to remember, something happened there. He ends up, like, starting his own, like, place that has, like, a hotel with it. But then some other shit happens, and the hotel is basically struggling because it's not making any money. It's not getting any customers, anything like that. And so he ends up getting a job managing the cafeteria for a government facility for like 3 years, and just like feeding all the people who work in this government facility. And then, oh yeah, it was World War II happened, and it, like, his business went down because nobody was doing shit. So he's working in this government facility during World War II and using that money to keep his hotel afloat until the war can end. Well, it turns out the fucking facility he was working in and, like, running the kitchen was the facility where they were doing all the depleted uranium for the Manhattan Project. So he ended up playing a vital role in that happening. Gets back to his shit. He's now like, he's like 60 years old at this point. And this guy comes in and like loves his fried chicken and wants to like franchise it out, and basically tells him, I'll give you 4 cents per piece of chicken if you give me your secret recipe. And he's like, you don't have to give me the recipe, you just send me like the seasoning blend you use and I'll put it on the chicken and I'll give you 4 cents per piece of chicken. So he agrees to that deal. And then he's like doing good, things are doing what they're doing, and then the hotel goes out of business. And at some point in this, he had met this other woman, cheated on his wife with her, and then left his wife for that woman. Got divorced, married the other woman. Fucking, now he's got this new wife. He's like 60 something years old, and the hotel goes under. And he's got to figure out something to do. So he remembers that guy was willing to pay him to use his chicken recipe. So he just starts traveling the country with his wife and just them in the car, going to all these like struggling mom and pop restaurants. Basically like, look, we'll let you sell my chicken and you just give me residuals off of it, and it'll help save your business. So he's doing that for a while. And then the guy that originally took the recipe opened up a restaurant that literally just sold the chicken. And he opened it up. I'm trying to remember where it was. It wasn't in Kentucky. It was in like Tennessee. But because he got the recipe from a guy in Kentucky, he named the restaurant Kentucky Fried Chicken. And it ended up taking off. He started franchising restaurants everywhere under the with his recipe. The state of Kentucky made him an honorary colonel. So calling him Colonel Sanders is historically accurate. He was an honorary colonel in the state of Kentucky. And then he just kept, like, going around, like, working the restaurants and shit until he was, like, 80-something years old before he died. And, like, just some of the craziest shit. Like, he would go in and, like, berate people because they were, like, getting the recipe wrong or not doing things right and all kinds of shit. And he ended up selling the company for, like, a couple $1 million. But he, like, the deal was he would be, like, the spokesperson and they would have to, like, follow his standards. But because it was a corporation, they were trying to cut costs and save money. They weren't meeting any of his standards. So for, like, the final 10 years of his life, while he was just, like, a spokesman for that company, he was just a ginormous pain in their ass at all times. Dude, the man had a wild fucking life. I don't know what else to tell you. The shit is insane. And I feel like it's the same with, like, all the fast food companies. Like, if you look into, like, how they all started and everything else, it is wild that any of it succeeded, because the people who did it were just fucking out there. And it's like, how did you make this work? There's no reason this should have worked. Like, if you tried this 100 times, it would fail 99 of them. How did you luck out and get the one time? Although my favorite fast food factoid is Yum Brands. So Yum Brands, I forget who they have now, but over the years they've had like I want to say right now they have Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Hut, Long John Silver's, and maybe one other, I want to say. They've had others that they've bought and sold over the years, but those are like the big ones that they're known for. Yum Brands is a subsidiary of Pepsi. Pepsi got annoyed at the fact that like every fast food place and every restaurant chain had a deal to only serve Coke products. Hey, thank you for the 5 stream watch streak there, Dragon. Yeah, so Pepsi got annoyed that like all the major like fast food places and whatnot had exclusivity deals with Coke. So Pepsi started their own restaurant subsidiary and bought their own fast food chains just so that they could exclusively sell Pepsi products at those restaurants. Which is how a lot of those places continue to stay in business. Because they're literally not there to make money. They're literally a marketing campaign for Pepsi. That's it. That's their entire purpose. It's to push Pepsi products. It is funny because everybody, like 99% of people will tell you they prefer Coke over Pepsi. But in every blind taste study that's been done, people very heavily prefer Pepsi when they don't know they're drinking it. Well, actually, speaking of, if you really want a wild story, look into the history of Coke brand. God damn, is that wild. Pepsi, you don't want another one right after, but Coke you do? That's kind of weird, agreed. But yeah, the Coke brand has a wild history. Starting from the original recipe for Coke actually having cocaine in it. Pepsi is sweeter? Maybe. That's probably why people prefer it too. But yeah, Coca-Cola originally had cocaine in it, and it was a medicinal tonic. And then when the government made cocaine illegal, they just took the cocaine out of it and turned it into a soft drink. I think at one point they tried putting alcohol in it too, but then Prohibition hit. Then there was the whole part where Coke brand convinced the US government to pay for them to build Coca-Cola facilities in other countries to like support the war effort or some shit. I think during World War I, they convinced the government to pay them, like to pay for them to have facilities in other countries in order to get Coca-Cola to soldiers faster. And that's how Coke got a global footprint. And then on that weird train, during World War II, Coca-Cola closed its facilities in Germany and wouldn't import Coke products into Germany. But Coca-Cola was Mustache Man's favorite drink. and he was really upset about the fact that he couldn't get Coca-Cola anymore. And so Fanta was created in an attempt to get him Coca-Cola again. It was literally Germany's intention for Mustache Man to recreate Coca-Cola as best they could to appease him. And that's where Fanta comes from. A village in Mexico that's so dedicated to Coke that they put the brand on everything. Schools, basketballs, even shoes. General consensus village, an average person in the village drinks about 2 liters every day. God damn, I'm gonna have to look that shit up. That's wild. Yeah, a lot of these companies have some wild history. Dream, a lot of them, that's why they have diabetes and have had to have amputations. Yeah, no shit. That's the outcome I would expect in that. I don't know. I just watch like YouTube videos and shit and go down rabbit holes and I just learn shit. Like by accident most of the time. Like I ended up watching a show on like the origins of Taco Bell. And apparently the ground beef in Taco Bell tacos was originally for a chili dog recipe. You go hard on how it's those how it's made videos on YouTube. You watch for hours. They're so good. Very sad, Dragon. Eggnog just hits so much better with some spiced rum in it. Never liked eggnog, but that was when I was a kid. Maybe I'll try some this year. I mean, it's different. Like I said, it's definitely better with some spiced rum. And if you're not gonna put spiced rum in it, you gotta put some like cinnamon and nutmeg and shit like that in it, because it's not really meant to just be drank straight. There's a reason they only sell it in December. They have to make it special so that people forget they don't like it. So like fruitcake or yeah, candy corn. All those things that come out like once a year, and if it was available year round, you would never eat it. Dude, I like candy corn. but I'll admit, if it was available year-round, I would never touch it. It really does meta. They are so friggin' aggressive. And not just the Noivern, but the Noibats as well. Which is super weird to me. Man, I like candy corn. Sorry, Squid. Alright, so let me see. So I'm getting a check every 30 seconds. So 2 a minute. Alright, so I've done around 300 checks tonight. Go buy you a Snickers, really? Damn it, now I want a Snickers. Come on, attack before I get to the ladder. God damn it. God damn it. I was trying to get them to attack me before I reached the ladder so I wouldn't die. Alright, but yeah, I've done 300 to 350 checks so far. So let me see, 2 a minute, 60 a minute. So a 3-hour stream should get me about 360 checks roughly. So even if we round down and say 350 over a 3-hour stream, it would be 4 streams to get to odds, and I'd get there like halfway through stream number 4. It really isn't that bad. No, don't follow me up here, you piece of shit. No, why are you still following me? Fuck off. It has a funny way of showing it by trying to kill me. So yeah, we said the Terrakion took me about an hour less to get to the same number of, I got like 300 in an hour. Because I was getting Terrakion checks like every like 12 seconds, I think, if that. Like I was getting Terrakion checks really fast. So I want to say that hour and a half I spent to get that shiny. I did like 500 encounters in an hour and a half. That hunt was wild how easy it was. I've seen Cobalion, and Cobalion's pretty easy too, where it's at. Running away from it and getting back to it is a lot simpler. What slows this down is this initial drop here. Right? You get slowed down here on the drop. Then you get slowed. This drop doesn't really slow you down. But having to climb the ladder here definitely adds a few seconds. Same with having to jump up here adds an extra second. Having the Holovator to just transport you outside the distance you need to be instantly instead of running it definitely makes it a lot easier. I kind of want to try something here. Can I do this? It would eliminate the Noivern issue. Well, not eliminate it. Draw and just lurk tonight and then you get distracted. Life be like that. Alright, well if I do this, it takes a little longer, but I don't risk death. Let's see how it affects the calories, though. Doing it this way is a lot safer. It's a little slower, but a lot safer. Hey, I did the superhero landing again. Alright, well I found a way to consistently do the superhero landing. I'm not entirely sure what makes the difference, but it's cool to see it. Alright, I'm not going to get as many checks per reset. And I'm not going to get as many checks per hour this way. But I'm also not getting hit. So I'm also not constantly worried about dying doing it this way. And I'm getting further away from Latios, and that just makes me feel better. Alright, yeah. I like this route better. Alright, squiddies. It would be funny if you weren't actually resetting. No, thank you for the shiny duck, squids. What? The fuck did you just say? What'd you say? I heard something about skin.
Or skin for a pirate outfit. That's what we're discussing. Figuring out pirate outfit.
Oh my god.
I'm not even there. Hold on. I'm gonna be up. You fucking told me. I'm getting bored. I'm here on the stream.
Yeah, Matt, I was thinking, like, I'm worried about that too, because I'm not entirely sure, but I watched some clips before stream of how other people were doing it, and they were doing it the way that I was doing it in the beginning. I just don't like having to deal with all the fucking Noiverns over there, is my problem. I'm just tired of being almost dead all the time. And this way does put me further out. So, like, just in case I was doing it wrong and I wasn't going far enough, like, they were turning and going across that bridge or something and I wasn't, and I just wasted the last 2.5 hours. This way just feels better. Yeah, see, I'm only getting hit like once, if that, by the Noiverns now. I just feel a lot safer. Alright. Come on. You fucker. Yeah, same meta. Like, I get it, but I don't like it. And and that's not fully accurate. You can take them out of this game and put them back into home. But once they're in this game, they can't go into any other games until Gen 10. It's like when Gen 10 comes out, you'll be able to put them there. But once you put a Pokemon in this game from an older game, it can only go back to home. It can't go into an older game. Oh, I was gonna make that ledge. Alright, now I'm probably gonna start phasing. Because I'm definitely getting far enough away from all the Noibats, Noivern, Swablues, and Alterias for them to respawn. I'm definitely getting far enough away for that now. There we go. I knew I could make that jump. Come on. You drank a quart of eggnog? What the fuck, dragon? Your stomach is gonna start bothering you really soon, I feel like. That's wild, dude. Ah, I thought I made the jump again. You need the gimme ghoul, so you get this game. You'll still need them in Scarlet. I mean, technically, if you want to have the shiny living dex in Scarlet, then yes. And unfortunately, that's not possible. You have half a gallon and half of that is gone. It's so thick but so good. Just like, God damn it, dragon. You're lucky she's not here. I'd say it to her face. You'd end up on the roof again. I feel like that would be the result. Worth it, though. As long as it's worth it to you, that's what matters. The best jokes are worth a little suffering to tell. I don't know that I can agree with that one. I think the best jokes are just the ones that are funny. You're still playing Violet, but still? Dude, I can't believe you're still playing Violet meta. I can't even open those games anymore. Like, I'll play Legends Arceus still, but I won't play Scarlet and Violet. And if you remember, I defended the hell out of that game when it first came out. And now I'm like, yeah, I was wrong. Like, I played it for a bit when the Switch 2 first came out. When I first got mine, because I wanted to see the difference in how the game played on the console it was meant to be on. And since then, I haven't touched it. The only reason I have to go back for it, really, is if there's no way to do the level 100 Magikarp hunt in this game. If I can't do it here, then when all the boys are back together for shenanigans, we still have to do the level 100 Shiny Magikarp race. And Scarlet and Violet will be the way to do that. Right, Fang? He came all the way into the room to say it to you? That is brilliant. He said it, and I'm like, you're lucky Fang's not here. And he goes, I'll say it to her face. And then he went and did. You can't afford ZA, so what else are you to do? I mean, fair enough. He says things like that all the time. Damn. You got yourself a good one there, Fang. I'll say it again, too. I am lucky. And then... yeah... Fang, I feel like he has that thing where, like, he doesn't know when to, like, stop. Like, he gets away with it once, and then he keeps going, and you're like, alright, enough. I feel like that happens a lot. Sometimes. Usually he knows the line. I'm sure he'll learn the hard way. Oh, that's just a guy thing, Fang. I do that shit to Book all the time. She's like, why do you do this? It's like, literally because it annoys you. No other reason. If you stopped reacting, I would stop doing it. The line is when she gives you the look. See, Dragon, you just gotta learn to close your eyes. Then you won't know you're getting the look. They really are, Dragon. Like I said, I do that shit to Book all the time. Like, I do shit intentionally just because I know it's going to annoy her. I don't know if it's smart or that you should remember it. That was probably really bad advice. He did it before you even started dating? Damn. That's a ballsy move. You want to be rebuy Let's Go Pikachu and Brilliant Diamond so you can expand your hunts? I don't know that those games are worth repurchasing, Meta. Hi, Book. Yeah, you are.
So this was what I was thinking for myself. I think you might like that.
Yeah.
Like, like, look at it.
I see it.
Yeah? You like that?
That's nice.
We're not gonna make it home for very long.
Okay.
Okay.
Book's trying to pick out her pirate outfit for Should have been her first because you liked her. Not when you asked for her advice, I had to ask someone out and then asked her out with said advice. Dragon, what the hell, dude? Only you, Dragon. Only you. Max says you would understand why I asked her how she thinks a girl should be asked out. Ah, so you upped your standards considerably and wanted to make sure you were doing it right. Is that what you're telling me? Gotcha. Makes the sense. Only do it because you want to hunt certain things that are easier there. Nothing is easier in BDSP meta. Literally nothing. Ask Family X's dodge attack with nuke dumping them. Damn. I mean, meta, I could see Let's Go like Pikachu and Eevee for some of the stuff we haven't gotten on the Switch outside of that game. Like the Rattata and Raticate and, you know, at this point, isn't that really it? That isn't available on the Switch? Outside of those games. You know, this way isn't all that slower than running down and running back up. Like, it's maybe 5 seconds slower. Not even. It really isn't that bad. Let me see. Let me time it. Alright, it was 8 seconds slower that time, but I screwed up this part. So yeah, it's like 5, maybe 6 seconds slower to go this way. And honestly, I'll take that to not worry about dying all the time. Still something you want to do? No, I get you, dude. If it's something you want to do, it's something you want to do. Like I said, to me, though, I just don't think BDSP is worth a repurchase. And that's coming from somebody who bought both versions. I have Brilliant Diamond. I have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Alright. My meds are kicking in. My energy's gone now. I'm honestly surprised they took this long to kick in, given I was up at 6:30. Oh, you know what I just thought of that really sucks? So I basically couldn't play this game all day today because I found the Latios spawn at like 8 o'clock this morning. And so I had to just leave the game waiting to do this hunt on stream. If I don't get it tonight, that means I can't play this game all day tomorrow. I don't like that thought. That's gonna be kind of a little infuriating. Having to basically go 2 days without playing. I'm gonna have to like play Let's Go Eevee or some shit to pass the time at work tomorrow. I mean, I guess I still need Rattata and Raticate, and doing the chain encounters in Let's Go Eevee is probably the best way to go about getting those two. Oh my, yo, Shiny Latios! Shiny Latios! Shiny Latios! Holy crap! I was not expecting that. Oh my god, Shiny Latios. How much time do I have? Okay, I have a ton of time. What ball? What ball? Oh my god, fuck off. Oh my god. That fucking Noivern. Alright, it's gone. I think we try to go friend ball. It's shiny Latios! In the friend ball! Let's go! Shiny Latios in the friend ball! Alright, nature guesses, guys. Nature guesses on the shiny Latios. Let's get the nature guesses. Oh my, I was just talking about how if I didn't get it tonight, I wasn't going to be able to play the game tomorrow and it was going to annoy the hell out of me. And the very next check, I get the shiny. All right, we got mild and sassy. Any other nature guesses, guys? Any other nature guesses? Oh my god, I love it. And in a friend ball. No. It is Hasty. Hasty nature. Oh, thank you for the clip, Matthew. Let me grab that. I need to just make you a mod, Matthew. If anybody happened to miss it. Please don't, you're my one place I don't have to do. Well, that's the thing, is you end up doing shit anyway. At least if you were a mod, you could post links. Only one clip mod here, that's me. Matthew, I'll have to fight to the death. Well, that's the thing, Squiddy. When you're not here, he does tend to be. Dude, oh my god. I mean, that's true. I was just saying. It was a possibility. Alright, let's go build up some mega power. Really? Dude, I just took out 4 of them in one go. That's what you get for fucking with me all night, you bastards. Oh, that's right. These fuckers are part fairy type, aren't they? Ah, there's more of them. I appreciate it, Matthew. Oh my god, I can't believe I got that. Dude, that was gonna be the last, like, run around the middle there. Or not run around, like, around the middle, but, like, that was gonna be my last reset for the stream. When the donut ran out, I was gonna call it. Oh, Alpha Bulbasaur, but it's not shiny because it's a bastard. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I heard Dum Dum. Oh, it ran away. Okay, but we've got Mega Energy. Dude! Look at him! Look at him! He's so pretty. Airplane goes zoom! I mean, yeah, he basically is an airplane. Zoom zoom! Dude, can you imagine this thing being alpha? Oop. Alright, there's one other thing I want to show you guys before I end stream. I just need to get more mega power. Lols. He thought he was somebody. Damn it, I don't have enough mega power yet. Almost there. This should do it. Not quite. This'll finish it off, though. Yep, there we go. You ready, guys? Shiny Mega Golisopod. Dude, how cool is this thing? The, like, shimmer on the metal plating. The red and the blue with the white. How nice is this? Dude, they added so much red to him, too. Like, look at his back. If I could get him to... There we go. Dude, Shiny Mega Golisopod is so nice. So yeah, I just wanted to show him off too. But dude, Shiny Latios. The blue arrows remind me of the Avatar. You know what? I never thought of that part. Dude, 2 streams, 2 shiny legends. I've gotten Terrakion and Latios in 1 stream each with no sparkling power. Just shiny charm, nothing else. I keep telling y'all, you don't need sparkling power to shiny hunt in this game. He looks a little goofy, but as I said, if anything happens to him, I'm killing anyone in this room. Oh my god, Squid. Oh, man. I did not think I was getting Latios tonight. I honestly did not think it was going to happen. Oh, man, what a night. That was wild. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I'm so surprised right now. Man, what a way to end it. Holy shit. Literally, like, one of the final checks of the night. I think I had, what? I had 1,500 donut power left. So I had, what? 6, 7 checks left? Maybe 8 before I was going to end stream. And he fucking shines for us. Dude, he looks so good in this game, though. Like, the sheen on him. And that, like, seafoam green. Dude, he looks so good. Oh, I can't wait to get Latios now. And Verizon. Oh, can you imagine how good Verizon's gonna look? Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh, my God. Anyways, that'll do it for me, guys. I gotta get ready for bed. My meds are kicking in. I'm getting tired. I do have work tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here with me, for being a part of that hunt, for being there when it shined. Appreciate all of you. Streams at night are gonna be dependent. If during the day I come across a huntable legend, we'll hunt the shiny legend. If I don't come across a huntable legend, we'll do Aerodactyl and Clobopus, or possibly Grounded with Book. It's gonna be holy shit, or okay, we're gonna do that. Like, it's gonna be a weird thing. I'm not gonna be able to tell you in advance. I should be on tomorrow night unless something weird happens. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll catch you here next time.